My parents are agri laborers, in fact. Born in very remote village. We came from no electricity village to producing electricity and giving it to the India. Having cycle and having power at home is highly privileged those days. I joined as a tutor in one tutorial for salary of 150 rupees per month. Sometimes I felt that actually I should quit. Beginning of the year, we did around 7 crores. Now we have reached up to the market cap of around 5,000 crores. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Bondada Raghavendra Rao, Chairman and Managing Director of Bondada Group from Hyderabad. Today I am in Joe's Talks to tell about my story, something that actually born in very remote village that is called Parachevara in Divisima, Andhra Pradesh. My parents are agri laborers, in fact. With that stage too, now today we reached this stage is not a destiny. It is something that actually we can reckon on it. I born in 1974 and there is no electricity, there is no minimum infrastructure in that village. Today we reach to the stage where we are powering up Bharat. We came from no electricity village to producing electricity and giving it to the India. That is the story that actually we have created. Yes, way back 2012, I started my own company. This is Bondada Engineering Limited. With a humble start, beginning of the year, we did around 7 crores. Now we have reached up to the market cap of around 5,000 crores. That is the volumes that we made it during last 14 years of our journey. Going back to my childhood days, my mother never told that actually you become rich. My father never told that you become famous. Those days are actually when they worked that day, we ate that day. When they don't work, we know how to adjust on that day. That is the background. But one thing that actually my parents understood that education is the most important. The one thing that they told me that actually you study, your life is going to be good. Otherwise, your life will also become like our life. So very few people can understand this emotion against this studies, but they cannot write, they cannot read, but they understand this powerfulness of education. So with that background, I started my career and I walked many kilometers to study at our village. There is no road, there is no even cycle. Having cycle and having power at home. Power at home is highly privileged those days. I used to walk almost around 5 to 6 kilometers a day to go to our school, and I studied first class to 10th class at my village in Telugu medium. Then thereafter started my fall actually. When after 10th class, in fact actually I was Mandal first in 10th class. Then I moved to the nearest town that is called Machilipatnam for +1 and +2. We call it as intermediate. So there I felt very, very hard because actually I moved from Telugu medium to English medium first time. I'm sitting in classrooms, but not able to follow anything that actually my lecturers are telling in English. Becoming terrible actually. Sometimes it is terrible, not able to understand anything. Sometimes I felt that actually I should quit. But whenever that thought is coming to my mind, again my parents are coming into my mind. And even my brother pushed me hard that actually you can do something. They have seen me potential in me. That's the reason actually always they used to tell me that you can make it. Somehow actually I completed my intermediate and then entered into the engineering. The one person that actually who pushed me a lot to get into the engineering is my brother. So I joined engineering way back in 92. My batch is 92 96 in civil engineering. I completed civil engineering from Acharya Nagarjuna University, that is again from Andhra Pradesh. Yeah, during engineering days, I used to see a lot of influential people speeches. I used to read books. Uh, that intermediate, those difficult days to engineering, I picked up slowly, and then I am doing good at my studies in during engineering. I used to watch influential people speeches. So one of the speech that made by the great man Dhirubhai Ambani Garu, he told, he addressed to the students in one school. That is that the statement is such a powerful that actually it hits my mind very strongly those days. When you're born as a poor, that is not your mistake, but you die as a poor, definitely that is definitely it's your mistake or your inability. That's the statement actually, that is the punch dialogue he made, that actually he hits me very strong in my mind. That day actually I decided that actually I should do something. Then completed engineering, then moved to again another big city like Vizag, Vishakhapatnam. There my brother is doing PhD in Andhra University. But I'm searching job, but that is the Y2K era, in way back in 96 97. Everyone from my batchmate, my batch engineering batchmate are flying, took some trainings on the software, and then flew to America. But I cannot afford that one actually. Even mm, uh, getting that training itself is not affordable in our case. So even forget about that flying to the America. So out of 63 people in my batch, actually almost around 60 people flew to America those days. So, but I remained back here. I remains in Vizag only. I am searching for jobs, but not to waste time actually. I joined as a tutor in one tutorial for salary of 150 rupees per month. I keep doing that. Then I got first corporate job in as a site supervisor in L&T Larsen and Toubro. That is again in very thick forest, that is Kaiga, as a site supervisor. My job was there to actually to collect cement and steel for construction site from the government stores, bringing those materials from stores to the construction site. That was again a terrible job, because actually when I went to when we go any cement warehouse, while coming out after loading of that cement, actually coming out, actually your entire body is thickened with cement. Sometimes when we are taking out those steel bars in the forest, actually sometimes we used to see black cobras under the steel. Those days are my first uh, experience in my job. Then I look back and thought that actually what is that I'm doing actually. Entire my batchmates are going and settled down in their lives in America, but I still remained back in the thick forest. Then I came to Hyderabad and searching for another job. I quit L&T and searching for another job. I joined another company based out of Hyderabad way back in 98 as a site engineer. Those days are actually telecom mobile revolution days. Telecom mobile, the mobile communication is coming into the India, and wireless communications. That company used to provide, used to build telecom networks. I joined them as a site supervisor. Work hard. They sent me to Gujarat, and in Gujarat, each and every mandal, we used to install the tower and give the communication to the people. So I worked hard, and slowly, year on year, I got good promotions. Then I became up to executive director in that company. Till I reached to 10 years experience in that company, I became executive director and CEO of the company. Then again, one more very, very thoughtful process is going in my thought process. If you are dreaming for somebody else, actually, that you cannot build on your own. Actually, you need to dream for yourself. With that dreams, I quit that job. I know that actually what is my potential, what is that I can do in my career, in my life. I quit that job in 2012. Started my this company, Bondada Engineering. Those days is a Bandada Engineering Private Limited in way back in 2012. Beginning of the year, our turnover was 7 crores. We built on values, trust to our customers, especially whatever that commitments we used to give to our customers, we used to deliver either on time or before time. With that value proposition, my customers believed us more than money. Actually, they have believed us, and they given the repeat orders. So year on year, we are jumping our turnovers. In one point of time, we became preferred vendor for Reliance Jio in South India. And slowly, we moved to even public sector companies, started working with public sector companies, delivering the projects one after the other, on time, with quality, with the highest sincerity we used to exhibit while executing our projects. We got one big project from BSNL, that is 4G saturation project, way back in 2022. With that project, that is the first biggest project in our life, that actually of around 1500 crores. So then we thought that actually how to execute this project. So because we don't have that much money to execute, working capital, that much working capital to execute that project, we felt that this is the right time that actually we can go for public. That is the right decision that we have taken in way back in 2023. We have taken decision. We applied for IPO. We got approvals with no time, with very least time. We went for public, and we made the biggest success. Our price subscribed, our IPO subscribed over 112 times. Even today, that is the highest subscription in both Telugu states. Then from there onwards, their market has seen my journey, our success. Post money dilution in 2023, our company valued at 187 crores. Today, as you all seeing that actually this company valuation is up to 5,000 crores. This is not very easy. So many sacrifices, so much of effort gone into making this company to this level. We have been giving jobs to almost 2,500 people, and around 10,000 people, directly, indirectly, 10,000 families are happily associated with this Bondada Group. Today, we are one of the biggest, largest EPC company in India. We are producing power. Again, where there is no power when I'm studying at my village, today we are producing power and giving it to the India. And where there is no infrastructure at all, There is no road, there is no current, there is no communication, there is no mobiles when I'm studying at my childhood. But today we are there in that infrastructure. We are into digital Bharat, that is communication infrastructure, that mobile tower infrastructure, and that is renewable energy. That as a RE mission, as a renewable energy, we are now producing power. We are setting up of solar power plants, and we are also setting up of battery energy storage plants. And we are manufacturing a lot of energy efficient products, and we are also venturing into the defense manufacturing and even data centers. So this is the journey that actually where there is no nothing available at humble remote village to reaching to this stage is something can be studied, something can be seen. By doing this, we understand, we know that we have to give back to the society. I know that actually how difficult my parents, how they struggled to pay my engineering fees. Those days actually is 10,000 rupees per annum. Nowadays, parents are paying lakhs of rupees for their kids in engineering, but those days actually 10,000 rupees per annum was my fee. Even the 10,000 rupees also, I know that actually how hard, how much they struggled my parents to get that 10,000 rupees. I know that value system. I know that pain. Today, I know that actually power of education. Without education, nothing can possible in your life. When my parents believed in me, forced me to study, and my brother pushed me to study engineering, I became actually first engineer from my village. With all that background, I know the power of this education. I am now helping almost 500 to 600 students of their fees by giving scholarships, by paying them their yearly fees, tuition fees, and everything. One thing that we know that how people struggle for infrastructure. Again, giving back to the society and even giving back to the where you born is the ultimate satisfaction that actually when you earn money or when you make name and fame. We have installed almost around 150 to 160 solar street lights across our village, because uh, even though nowadays power is there in the village, but actually it is very uncertain. So we have given continuous power to our village, and doing a lot of infrastructural projects and lot of medical assistance to the even remote people. We have been doing this. One thing that actually someone has to understand that you need to have, first of all, you need to have that ambitious ambition in your mind, that actually you need to have fire in your belly. That's something that actually you can do big. And you need to have something that actually risk taking appetite. But it is not just only the taking risk, but in addition to that, along with that, you should also know that actually what is that you guys are doing. My suggestion to the young youth, young entrepreneurs or youth today is that, why I'm telling this actually, India is a great nation, and India is with full of youth. Our average age is around 35 36 years. That is the greatest strength for us. But our youth needs to be focused, needs to be concentrated on that progress of our Bharat. That one suggestion that I would give it is, you have to take risk in your life. Without taking risk, you will live with a lot of regrets. But when I say taking risk is the important in our life, but with some calculations. You should know that actually what is that you are going to do, what is that your domain knowledge? Do you have your financial acumen or not? Having all these things, put it in one stream, one pipeline, doing things in right direction, sincerely, doing hard work very sincerely, and satisfying all your stakeholders. Again, your stakeholders means your employees, your suppliers, your vendors, your bankers, even the families which are depending on you, or from your employees. And even more than that, actually, your very important but not the least, that your family members. You have to satisfy them. You have to be sincere. You have got to be sincere with each and every stakeholder of your journey. That is in mind, I think success can make by anybody or everyone. Initial days, study is not very easy for us, actually. That studies are not easy for us, actually. That is very costly for us. When my father used to work in one of the richest person in our village, he used to observe that actually his kids, when they're coming for holidays, he used to see that actually how they are behaving, how they are moving, how they are talking, actually. Very strongly, actually, he made his mind that actually however struggle I am doing, however hard work I am doing, but my kids, my children should have that education. That's what actually he pushed us to have that education. Thereafter, we are we are succeeding on our studies, and as I told again, we should not be living on the same stage where we are, actually. We need to do something differently. We need to do something big. And again, that Dhirubhai Ambani's words are also hitted me very very prominently. So you need to. People think that actually business is just making money. No, it is business is something that actually you are creating. You are creating progress. You are creating your your organization towards building the nation. Yes, in the process you will also make money. So these are the motivations we should carry out, and we need to progress in our life. Finally, yes, you have heard me, you have seen me, and what I can strongly believe that actually, if I am able to build this organization this much big, nowadays, all you guys, all our youth can dream big, can make it big, because when when I was there at my childhood, there's no communication, there is no infrastructure, there's no nothing is there, but you have everything today. But only thing that actually you guys have to focus on, that actually how you are utilizing your time, how you are spending your time towards something that actually you are learning day by day, and ultimately you spend your time on right direction, right spirit, and you can all become big in your lives. And one thing that actually you need to have learned mindset. You need to learn every day. First of all, when you are childhood, actually you have to learn from your parents. You have to observe from your parents. Then you have to learn from your teachers. Then you have to learn from your colleagues. Then you have to learn from your bosses. So this learning mindset is always required, and then you can also become big. With this, I will end. Thank you very much for Josh Talks, giving us this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you.